guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are on Chill Wednesday. Today we are talking about GWEILO 60, aka Too Old, aka Parkman, aka who the hell knows why he's always drunk on scooters. I don't know. Welcome to the video, guys. Head on over to my Patreon because we begging for money like Nathan Rich. We need a small team. We need like 10 people to make these videos. Let's get to it.
Chinese government. I just don't like the Chinese government. Chinese government. I just don't like the Chinese government. I shell for the Chinese. You know what I mean? Go about your day, you stupid sheep.
I know, GWEILO. Everybody knows that you shill for the Chinese government. It's not a secret. Everybody knows. Everybody knows, okay? And you know what? I'm gonna say, GWEILO, I'm gonna be very honest. All jokes aside, I enjoyed your content way more when you didn't shill, okay? I know, I troll you for the park thing. Admittedly, I troll you a bit much for it, but that is something that Chinese people like. So when you go to the park, I'm like, man, he's actually showing China. There's nothing wrong with that, but bro, the videos are way better without the shilling. You gotta stop shilling, bro. You gotta give it up, man. It ain't gonna help you any. Oh, and the sheep thing. Did he actually say that? Did Serpenzette actually say that? I mean, if he did, like, send me the link. I mean, you know, show me where he said it. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't follow him around all the time. Just, you know, 17 hours of the day. But no, if he actually said that, like, send me the link. Let me see it. I'm kind of interested. You're not blocked on my channel. I don't block any of you guys on my channel. You're more than welcome to leave a comment anytime.
Oh, I love China. I love Chinese people. I just don't like the Chinese government.
I like the country of China. I like the buildings. I like the mountains. I like all that stuff, right? But I agree. I don't like the Chinese government. I just don't like the Chinese government. I mean, they have ruined China. They have ruined China. And I always tell people, anybody that wants to see Chinese history and Chinese culture, go to Taiwan. Don't go to mainland China. Sorry, communist government ruined it all. It's all gone. Whoosh, it's gone.
It's not a safe place to raise a child or to have a family.
It's not a safe place to raise a child, to have a family. Actually, I will tell you the truth. That's one of the reasons that I left China. One of the reasons I left China was because I knew that I wanted to raise a kid. And even though, like, I'm trolling you in this video, you've said that in multiple videos.
China's just not the type of place where I would want to raise a child. The school system, the healthcare, you know, all of that stuff that is better in the States or Canada or the Western world. Yeah, you got to look out for your own, for sure.
So I know that, like, you're not a dumb guy, right? You know that China is not a great place to raise a kid, right? You're not stupid about that, right? So I agree. China is not a great place to raise a kid. And again, that's one of the reasons that I left.
Tainted milk. Yeah, they had that in China, one company. So the tainted milk taints the whole country. You can read up on that yourself.
The tainted milk scandal. Everyone knows about that, though. And I agree. It does say a lot about the country, actually. Think about that. That someone is so crazy, a company is so crazy that they're willing to sell milk powder to babies with less nutrients, and babies will die. And all of this stuff happened, and China has never really upped the food and drug quality in China. Think about that for a second. The quality is still really low. And the reason for that is because the Chinese government doesn't want to admit that perhaps there's a problem, right? The food and drug situation in China is a joke, man. It's a joke because there's a lot of these people that put money over other people's children, over other people's health, or whatever it may be, right? And that was always something that I thought about America. I thought all Americans are greedy. And then I was like, damn, they kill babies in China with baby milk powder? Just for money? Like, that's kind of messed up, you know? And that just goes to show that, like, that's pretty low. And again, the simple fact that the Chinese government hasn't pushed to have better regulation, because everybody knows in China that food standards are just low. You can walk in and you see that little sign, it's got the happy face. They buy those things. They pay people off for those things. It's something that the Chinese government really has to improve on, but never will, because it wants to save some face.
I shill for the Chinese.
Yeah, no, you don't have to keep telling us that you shill for the Chinese. We already know. You don't got to say it anymore.
China's not a safe place for people. The stabbings of children in schoolyards, and that is a fact in China. I don't know why they do that. There's some people just...
Yeah, you know, GWEILO, I agree with this too. There's this weird thing where, like, you see people in China just, like, rage, man. Like, they'll be completely normal, and then they just, like, rage.
Just go, and they go crazy. And that's a phenomenon in China that, how do you stop it? Some people just go nuts. You know what I mean?
And one of the things that is true is the stabbings. What is it with, like, stabbing children in China? I don't understand that type of thing, you know, but there's just this thing where, like, for some reason, like, I don't know if it's deep rooted in the culture, because you've got these little emperor kids, these little boys that, like, they're treated from their grandmas from a very young age. They're just given everything they want. They're treated like little kings, little emperors, and then they grow up and they get older, and, like, no one ever taught them that, like, you can't just do that. You can't just, like, flip out and get what you want. And then they get older, and then it, like, gets to the point to where, like, a temper tantrum is no longer a temper tantrum. It's like a stabbing with a knife, and then, like, they go after kids or something. Like, it's just really strange. And I that was another thing about raising kids in China, was I always thought that, like, grandparents in China, like, you'd always see them with their little kid. They're like, he's so cute. And it's like, no, he's not. That little kid is not cute. That kid is, like, horrible, you know? And I'm not saying that, like, we don't have ornery kids in America, because of course we have ornery kids in America, but it's way, way worse in China. Like, it's way worse there. And again, I think, like, this thing happens where, like, these boys grow up and they go crazy because they get older and they don't get what they want.
Foreigners have no rights in China. If you go up against somebody in court in China, bang, you automatically lose as a foreigner.
I agree with this too, right? 1,000%. Like, as a foreigner, if you have to go up against a Chinese person in a court or something, like, you are screwed. If there's a fight where, like, they start that and then you fight with them too, you lose. I mean, just ask Wendell Brown. Like, he was bothered by Chinese people. They attacked him first, and he still went to jail for, like, years and years, even after, like, the public crying and his family doing everything they could and having video evidence even that he wasn't at fault, and he still lost, because that's how it is in China with this, like, 99% conviction rate. And then they do this thing where they want all the foreigners to look like they're the horrible people, these horrible foreigners, you know, they're whatever, right? I'm starting to, like, channel my like angry fat man thing going on here, but it's true, man. Like, when you're a foreigner in China, like, you are the bottom of the barrel. Like, people always say, oh, they respect foreigners. In certain situations they do, until it's like you versus them, and then you're the bottom, right? You're the bottom again, right? They don't care anymore. You're the bottom. And you know, that's the way that it is. Like, they will turn on you. Chinese people in that way will go against you, and they'll say, you know, oh, 这个老外他说, you know, oh, this foreigner, he said, you know, all Chinese people are something, and they just, like, turn against you, and then you'll have to go to court, and then you lose, right? You always lose in China as the foreigner, even if you're not at fault.
You have no future in China, because they keep changing the immigration, the work permit, the visa rules.
That's true. You know, no matter whether you teach English or you work for you know, a foreign company in China, or if you have your own business or whatever, the laws are always changing, and you have no future, because even if you like pay into the Social Security system, like, are you ever really going to see it? And the amount is so insignificant. The amount that you pay in versus the amount that you get back out is so insignificant that it's not even worth it. Like, it's worse than American Social Security, and our Social Security here sucks. You know, it's just not worth it. You give so much to China when you work there, and taxes and things like that, and you get so very little back. It's hard to get a green card. You know, your visas, you're constantly drove nuts about your visa, and unless you're married to a Chinese woman, which thankfully a lot of us are and have become, you know, keeping your visa in China is just a pain in the all the time. And that's why when I lived in China for the last like year, like, I didn't do anything. I was like, screw it, I don't even want to make money, I'll just live off my savings. You know, I was done with it.
Is that brandy?
Well, I'll give you credit, at least you drink brandy. Brandy's pretty good. I'll agree with you on that one too.
Ranting and raving about stuff. You know, it's one of the things that I do. That's normal in China.
Ranting and raving? What does that mean? I have no idea what ranting and raving means. Maybe, like, you know, you can B-roll some ranting and raving on there so that, you know, we can kind of get a better experience of this ranting and raving. I mean, is like ranting and raving, is that like KTV prostitution? I don't know what ranting and raving is. Maybe you can explain that.
Chinese people have no hobbies. All they think about is themselves and money.
Chinese people have no hobbies. That's horrible. I can't believe you would say that. Chinese people, no hobbies, only money. That's not true. Chinese people love going out together for KTVs. A lot of them love hiking, and we all know I love hiking right now. That's very low on my list of things to do is hiking. But I do think that there is a lack of hobbies. Chinese people all kind of have the same hobbies, really, and it's kind of in the same category always. Whereas if, like, in America and the Western world, we all have like different hobbies. Like, maybe you're a photographer, or maybe you're into cars or something like that, right? Like, there's just so many different hobbies that people pride themselves in the West, that it's unfair to say that Chinese people have no hobbies, right? Like, that's not fair, but it's definitely fair to say that in the Western world, people have way more hobbies. People have more diverse hobbies and things like that. That's for sure. And only thinking about money, I will say China is for sure the most like country I've ever seen where people are concerned about money all the time. That's true. I'm going to agree with kind of that point. I'm not going to say only money. Chinese people, of course, love family and things. But yeah, there is some truth to that. Chinese people love money.
The slime in China's, the Shreks of the world. Bitch slap me like you wouldn't frickin' believe.
Well, I don't mind if I do.
Your freedom can be taken away in a heartbeat. Your freedom can be taken away in an instant.
Yeah, that's true. Your freedom can be taken away in a heartbeat, in an instant. That's true. That's true times 1,000. You can say the wrong thing and just lose it all. It's all gone in China. And that's what I've been trying to tell you, and Lao86 and Serpent ZA. We've been trying to tell you guys this for a long time, that you can just lose everything. I mean, after all, look at the people in Hong Kong right now that are losing everything from this national law that they put in place. Man, people are losing everything. And the reason for that is because they don't want you to have anything. The government in China wants to own everything. And then they want you to be thankful. They want you to thank them every single day. They want you to think, oh my gosh, this bus was given to me by the government. Oh, this train was given to me by the government. Oh, Guangzhou Tower, this big, beautiful building was given to us by the government. Like, that's what they want you to think. And they literally say that on the buses, you know. They don't say, like, the people's bus. They say, like, government bus, government train, government building, you know. And I remember one year for the light show in Guangzhou, it said, like, thank you Xi Jinping on Canton Tower in Chinese. It was hilarious. I'm like, thank for what? He didn't build the tower. Why are we thanking him? So pathetic. So pathetic. That's the way it is in China.
So the rule of law is a joke in China.
Yeah, the rule of law, it really is a joke. Police are lazy, they're worthless, they don't enforce anything. I'm going to agree with you again on this one. The police are horribly lazy. They like sit on their phone and play WeChat and smoke cigarettes. It's embarrassing. I don't know how many times I've seen the police doing nothing. I mean, listen, police in America can be bad, like they can just sit in their car, but like holy... Like, police in China, like, take it to another level. They really do. Like, they can see you committing a crime and they just won't even do anything. It's like, what the hell's going on here?
China has been slowly falling apart. China ideology. Nothing to see here. Don't look here.
China falling apart. Chinese ideology. Well, I think that China is falling apart in certain ways. I think financially China is falling apart. I think that a lot of the countryside is falling apart. The buildings and businesses are struggling and things like that. To say that China is falling apart, sure, it is falling apart in certain ways. You know, you can't say that the whole country's crumbling down, I guess, but it's definitely falling apart in certain ways, right? There's no denying that for a fact.
So 90% of China is stupid cheap. The unemployment rate in LA, 8.7%. It's probably worse now after COVID.
It's probably worse after COVID. Yeah, it probably is, because China lied and people died. They lied about the coronavirus the whole time. It came to America and we didn't even know it was there. So of course, people have died, people have lost their jobs. So yeah, the unemployment is a little high right now. Sorry about that, we couldn't help it.
Haven't you watched any of my, I know you watched some of my videos, but have you never been to one of the parks in the morning? People are playing musical instruments. People are dancing. In the evenings, people are dancing. You watch people playing badminton and basketball in the park, making videos, taking pictures, photographs. There's people at the parks taking photographs of, yes, birds in the park. hotter than a $5 pistol. It's August the 1st, and it's like sunny and hot outside. Love it. If you like this video, but you probably won't.
You're right. I definitely didn't like your video, but it's okay, GWEILO. You tried, and that's all that matters. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Patreon, where I have literally the greatest followers in the China community on YouTube. The greatest. You look at how tiny my channel is and how much money people are donating. This is the best damn channel. I don't care what anyone says. I have the best viewers. My people are the best. I love you all. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm saying it twice. Have a good day.